So on the day that Nikki Haley dropped out of the presidential race, Joe Biden came out and basically said, like, hey, man, look, there's a place for you in my campaign. You know, I want your vote. I want to earn your vote. This is what he said to the Nikki Haley voters. And at the same time, Donald Trump was attacking Nikki Haley as she dropped out. And there's even video of him saying, like, I don't even really need her voters. Well, that's not what the numbers show, right? In all these primaries, Trump was getting like 70%. Biden was getting like 80 to 90%. You are going to need the Republicans to come together. There's no doubt about that. So, but anyway, my commentary at the time, hearing Biden say that, was like, look, got to keep it real. This is smart politics in this sense. Remember when Trump, I think it was, what was it, the 2020 RNC? He did this like socialist for Trump thing. And he very famously in 2016, every now and then would kind of reach out to Bernie Sanders voters a little bit and be like, you know, they really did your guy dirty, man. What Hillary did is kind of dirty. I'm not like that. You vote for me. So he had his moments doing it. And that was smart politics then, right? It's smart politics. But here was my concern vis-a-vis Biden is that, look, I got no problem with him reaching out to the other side if he keeps the Democratic base happy and content. But the problem with Biden is he's actually putting his middle finger up to the Democratic base right now, not listening to them in any way, shape, or form, and then also reaching out to the Nikki Haley voters. Okay, well, now that went from good strategy to just being problematic, because if you lose your entire base, it doesn't matter how many Nikki Haley voters you get, you're going to lose. So, tell you all that to show you this. The Biden team released a new ad. Here it is.
Bird brain. I call it bird brain. Nikki Haley has made an unholy alliance with rhinos, never-Trumpers, Americans for no prosperity.
Americans for no prosperity? This guy's a piece of work.
She's gone crazy. She's a very angry person.
She is not presidential timber. I don't need votes. We have all the votes we need.
She's gone haywire.
There aren't that many never-Trumpers anymore.
How do you bring these Nikki Haley voters back into the tent?
I'm not sure we need too many.
So it says, Save America, join us. This is Biden and Harris reaching out to the Nikki Haley voters. Look, like I said, if they were keeping the Democratic base happy, if they were, engaged in policy that made it so that the left would vote for them and support them and argue for them, then I'd say this is totally fine. That is not where we are. Under Joe Biden, not only is he arming and funding Netanyahu, who's in the midst of doing an ethnic cleansing and a genocide, which is bad enough on its own, but we're also at the point now where we had a sunset provision on all of the social safety net programs that were really helping people economically during the pandemic. All that help went away. Biden hasn't lifted a finger to bring it back. So economically, people are struggling, and you're continuing to arm and fund a genocide. You have colossally and royally pissed off your base. Young people are fleeing. Arab Americans and Muslim Americans. The Biden campaign is hemorrhaging them on a daily basis. So, honestly, how dare he? At the same time, his own base, he's saying fuck off to. The same time he's doing that. It's, oh, Nikki Haley voters, please. We like you. We love you. We agree with you. He's so mean. Come join us. It doesn't matter if he gets every single never Trump Republican to vote for. Every single one. If you lose your base, you're going to fucking lose. You're going to lose. And funny enough, Trump has the opposite problem, right? All Trump has is his base. All he has, it's the cult-like following. And it's nothing to scoff at. Certainly a bigger cult following than anybody has ever had. But that alone, that on its own, that's 60% of the Republican Party. That ain't going to do it. But this is the difference. This is the difference we see with Democrats and Republicans, is Republicans like to super serve their base and be viewed as extremists by all the independents and all the people who are on the fence. And the Democrats like to say fuck off to their base and only serve the independents and the people on the fence and the more moderate / right-wing faction. And that's why the left is perpetually angry. And this should honestly make the left perpetually angry. I was fully prepared to make all the arguments for Joe Biden prior to what happened in Gaza. I mean, I thought his record on economic stuff was far above and beyond what I expected. 800,000 manufacturing jobs coming back to the U.S. That is nothing to scoff at. The CHIPS Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, the infrastructure bill, all these things were way more than I ever expected them to get. I was ready to make the argument. Then you go on and fund a genocide brazenly and never change course. Maybe you do some virtue signals pretending like you're against it as you fund it and arm it. But this is where we are. And in the midst of doing all that, it's, oh, Nikki Haley voters, please, please, please pick me. Well, good luck with that, fella. Good luck. Because even if you get him, it ain't going to work without winning back a bunch of your base. And you're not on track to do that. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.